The latest and largest raids in recent history. It's been a topic at the forefront of a lot of people's minds lately. Congresswoman Barragán is representing California's 44th district from San Pedro all the way to Downey. She's with us this morning to talk a little bit more about that. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us.
Thank you for having me.
Congresswoman, you sit on the Committee of Homeland Security. Talk to us about these ICE raids. Do you believe this is just the beginning of what we're seeing?
I think this is more of the president's way to try to deter. He said it himself. This is a way to deter people. Unfortunately, it's more of his cruel policies on separating families, separating children, targeting immigrants. Very heartbreaking to see, you know, these young children who have been here all their lives and now not know what's going to happen to their parents.
Let's talk about that. No matter how you feel on the issue, one thing, if you're a compassionate human being, this is hard to watch. So what happens with these children, many of whom are American citizens?
Absolutely. Well, first they try to place them and find another family member for them, but some of them will end up into the foster care system. Completely heartbreaking, especially when you take a look at some of what these parents have done. Some of them merely have been in this country for a long time. They may be undocumented. This is the problem. There is not a priority on violent felons. Nobody disagrees that those violent felons, of course, should be sent back, should be deported. That is not what's happening here. And that's the heartbreaking part, is that you are separating and you're ripping parents apart from their children. And it's wrong. And this is the president's way to deter. And he said it himself just the other day.
There's a lot of people that are protesting these detention facilities. You were actually in one of them on the border. You told us there several times. I read somewhere that you met a woman from Ecuador, I believe, who was there in detention with her 13-year-old daughter, who was also in detention. But that 13-year-old daughter is an American citizen.
It was shocking. Now, I've been there. I've seen the inhumane conditions, completely unacceptable. But the last time I was there, I was walking around, I talked to a woman, as you mentioned, from Ecuador, and she said that her daughter was born in America. I said, where? She said, Queens. I said, can you prove it? And she pulled out a passport. She had the passport with her behind the fence, and immediately the agent that saw me is like, we have to keep going. I said, no, I have to take a picture of her passport. Now, we had to fight and push to get her released. Her and her mother did get released, but it raises the question, how many other more American citizens are being detained in these facilities? Completely unacceptable.
Well, with that passionate statement, you also were elected in 2016, the same time President Trump was elected. So you are now among the 26 California Congress people calling for an impeachment inquiry of the president. Tell us, why is it because of the ICE raids, or what is your main
So I think there's a lot of grounds for it, but the one that's very compelling is I read volume 2 of the Mulder Report. And when you take a look at what is in there, that basically the president attempts to obstruct justice, and you have the special prosecutor laid out the elements. As an attorney, he went out of his way to lay out the law, lay out the elements, and basically match them up. And Congress has a constitutional duty to do its oversight. And I think you're seeing that happening right now in judiciary, but anybody else would be charged with the crime. But because he's the president, the special prosecutor has said that he was unable to do so, but has said this is Congress's constitutional duty to do. So it's up to Congress, and I believe there should be the impeachment inquiry.
So we'll see where that all stands come September when we all come back. All right, thank you very much, Congresswoman,
Thank you, Congresswoman,
for waking up and joining us with us early this morning.
And having a seat at the table here.